Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Transport Fever 2. Coming at you with more of our Dedication Island series. Thank you so much for being here. You know, I really truly do appreciate it. Oh, so very much. Since I last joined you during that raucous, insanely busy, frantic even episode where we did the oil to fuel stuff. We had a lot of steps to do in there, and we got a lot done. And we pretty much hooked it all up. But since then, I've done a couple of modifications and made sure that the lines were all up and running. So, really happy with how this harbor turned out. And I've put in some roads and a couple more refineries. And ultimately, there's going to be probably 8 refineries. You need 4 to provide the plastics and 4 to provide the fuel. And so what the overall plan will be, if you click on this, is you can see this one connects, and of course these two connect, but this one does not. But that's okay, because this one, along with 2 more refineries in here, will be able to be part of plastics, and then these 3, along with another one in here, will be this one here should connect to the harbor, and then the one in here, which probably won't connect to the harbor, will connect here, and that will be the 4th for plastics. So overall, there'll be 4 that connect to the harbor, which can be part of fuel, and then 4 that do not connect to the harbor, that will be part of the plastics. Now, I actually went ahead and put in 2, even though we only needed 1, because the oil that comes in here, we only have enough. We're only bringing in another 800 oil, like crude oil, so we only need 1 more. But I wanted to do it up really nice. So, and look at that. When those get leveled up, that's going to be so nice. It's going to look really good. Got a couple more back here, and then we'll have a couple of truck stops in here with trucks flowing through them, which will look really nice. And I'll tell you something right now that they gotta fix. It's driving me absolutely up the wall. Is I keep locking these and then they get unlocked, and I don't know how it does. I don't know. I had to reload. Maybe it's like unloading and reloading. I don't know. But yeah, I don't want any of this stuff to be the wrong things. And in fact, this one here actually needs to switch. This is absolutely not what I was intended to be doing during this episode, but hopefully wait, sorry, wrong thing. Boom, boom, boom. Like that. There, that's the right one. Anyway, this is looking really good. Other things I did, I put some extra ships on the lines to hopefully get us up to speed on the rates. Absolutely loving this harbor in here. It's a little on the big side, but it's fine. It services so much stuff that it has to be a massive harbor. We of course still have our harbors over here. I did a little bit of updating on this one, and I also did some updating in Joshland between episodes right in here. I redid some roads along the back of the industrial area and stuff like that, and I actually did a nice little bridge in here, which connects through here, and I set up the line to deliver the fuel. So I configured this guy to have another entrance here, and then I went like this, and I don't even know if I think I didn't actually put vehicles on it, to be honest with you. But yeah, I've got this all set up. Well, you can look like this. You can see the lines there. So one comes up through here, the goods, and then the fuel. Just like that. I don't think I put vehicles on it. But yeah, the fuel line looks real nice. It comes up this back road here over this bridge and then dips in. Actually comes down here, dips in here, and then dips in there and goes home. And this is going to be the delivery system for industrial. So the industrial area, which goes here. And then I want to encourage it to... Does it actually touch... I'm not sure if it actually gets to that. I actually need to do another road here, which would actually make a difference as well. We need to do those roads up. Anyway, I think we've got that. So it's actually good that you keep the traffic off the main area and you can just come in here and do your deliveries. And then hopefully that'll encourage industrial to continue to move down this way. And then, of course, discourage this nonsense here. There we go. Get that industrial in there. Because we want residential on this side, and then of course coming over here, and then we're going to want to try and figure out a way to get the commercial to pop over here as well. But that's for another time. All right, the fuel should start to move in to Joshland, and then we should actually have enough as well. We could start sending some to another city as well, but we'll get that going another time as well. For now, hopefully this will be a little bit more of a relaxing episode, not quite so frantic. We're going to do some planes. We're going to get, I have 3 cities picked out to get some planes going and get some airports. Now, obviously in the future, we're going to have the big airports, which is when it's really going to get going. But I wanted to experience a little bit of the early plane systems that we got going on. So we're going to go Beerland and Dediopolis, who are the only cities to not have any goods delivered of any sort so far. Though there's plans very soon in the next couple of episodes to make sure that actually happens. But for now, they're going to get an airport. They're each going to get an airport along with Henduniapolis. Way the heck over here. Because Henduniapolis is the only ones who will never see trains. Well, yeah. I might. Beerland might. If Beerland gets trains, probably not, actually. I could potentially send a train line up through here or something like that. But probably they stick with harbors as well, to be honest with you. But yeah. So let's just go ahead and start plopping these things down, shall we? So we got passenger airfields. And I was considering 2 options. The first option was to put it down in here somewhere like this. And I'll spin it around like that. There we go. So my thought was it could go somewhere along here. And keeping in mind, of course, that not too long from now we'll be putting in bigger airports, and they will be servicing a lot more stuff. And for the most part, what I'd like to do is I'm not going to have these small airports in a lot of cities. In fact, these might be the only 3. I don't know. It depends on when the international airports or the bigger airports unlock. But I don't want to necessarily delete the small airports when I go to put the big ones in. So if I use this little area down in here, then I still have this area up in here to put a nice big airport for Henduniapolis long term. And of course, Henduniapolis, famous for the fact that it will not have trains. And so it's just going to be, there's going to be a second bridge here. And of course, we're going to have as many ferry lines going as we can to other cities and stuff like that eventually. So it's going to want the international airport that we put in here, the big airport, whatever you want to call it, maybe not international, but whatever we're going to call it, the big airports. It's going to have to be nice and big, and because it's going to fly all over the place. That along with ferries for the boats. Anyway, so I'm going to put this in, and I think long term the plan will actually be for this to actually stay an airport. Maybe it becomes inactive or has just maybe one small little route or something like that. Who knows? But for the most part, this airport is actually going to be staying here forever. There's only, out of all the airports I'm going to build today, out of the 3, there's only one that I foresee. I'm going to get rid of this stuff here. There's only one that I foresee actually sticking around, if you will, into the future. What I think I'm going to do is, or sorry, one of them that I'm going to delete, I should say. I'm sorry, I'm sitting here concentrating on what I'm going to do and not paying attention to saying smart things. So this road here will slide along here nice and close. Perhaps a little too close. Whoops. Maybe just a little bit back. like that. I think I like that. And then continue this out here. And I think I might want it to actually go into there. So I'm going to actually go like this. And then have it like that. And again, it's unfortunately you have to do this, but we're going to go ahead and lock that down. Oops. And like this, and like this. Actually, you know what? I don't want it to lock down this. I'm okay with those switching. What I am going to do, though, is I'm actually going to delete this. And I'm going to grab this. And I'm going to grab this. And continue this road down to here. Like that. And then I'm also going to grab, now that I see it, I'm actually going to grab this road here. And run it straight out here like this as well. Like that. So like long term, I want this road to stay as this major country road like that, and then I can have roads that come off of it that would be able to do things. But I think I want this to be clear, and not have stuff growing on it. And then yeah, stuff can fill in this area a little bit if you want commercial stuff. And then of course, like I said, the international out here. This can fill in as well. Now this city's already grown a ton, and it's not like it's already getting deliveries of a fair amount of its stuff, 80 and 80. So this city's not going to grow a ridiculous amount more, but we'll configure this up. And we'll, this is going to cut off here, this fuel. So it's going to cut off in here like this. So the industrial will have to, I guess the industrial could grow down in here a little bit and have to grow like that. We'll force the residential down this way towards the airport. The commercial will fill in here. Not too bad. It should fill out. By the time we're done, this should fill out like international airport, or I keep calling it international, big airport here. And then we'll kind of fill out most of what we see here for Indianapolis. It'd be good to have that almost completely kind of metropolized. Like that. So, yeah. Excuse me. So the airport's in. That's one. And we also, of course, want to have a place for the peoples to come. And so here's the situation. All right. If I put this one in here like this, it would look, or actually I probably want it like that. It would look fantastic. But actually, you know what? Yeah, because the thing is that it's going to be small airplanes, actually, right? And so the people that drop off here are going to get out and get ready for the airplanes. The airplanes that drop off will come here. So what I can actually do is use this, because when you think about it, I can't fit a double in there, can I? Oh, I actually can. If I'm really careful, I can fit in double. There we go. Like that. It's not going to be dropping off massive amounts of people. Now, in the future, airplanes might drop off. I don't even know what the big ones, like 60, 80, 100 people or whatever. And you're going to want the train station to be capable of doing that. But I absolutely love that we're able to squeeze that in there next to it, almost like it belongs to it. It's absolutely fantastic. Now, the thing is that I think they might come out here, and now they're going to have to walk all the way down there. So I could, I suppose, have put it there. They'd have a shorter walk, longer bus route, but I'm not worried about that. Let me actually see if I can do that. Can I put it in here instead? I'm not sure if it wants to let me on this side. I could put in the smaller one, I'm sure. I actually like it down here simply because we've got the shorter walk because of it. Oh, it's tricky. I think I am going to go with the one down here, but I'm going to flatten it out first. So that that looks good. Put that in there. Then it's a matter of deciding. By the way, we have absolutely 100% got to get more buses and stuff in here. I have this train line. I need buses into the industrial and probably a bus down in here. For now, though, that's going to be something for the future, and we're just going to go with one new line from there to there. And we'll make this a nice light blue for the sky. So you can grab a shot here, go down in there, boom, just like that. And that is going to be bus, because it's going to be bus. And it's going to be Hindu Central to airport. Like that. And then we're going to grab... Do we have a place? Yeah, we have them down here. Not down here, though. You know what? It's not going to be able to fit. Just because it's kind of cool to add extra buildings and stuff. Although you can configure this to add more stuff anyway. You know what? Let's just add them in here. Whatever. Doesn't matter. We're going to go passenger. Grab those. And let's grab a couple to start. And stick them on the airport line. Let them get moving. Now, although we still got to get airplanes moving, so no one's going to want to go down there until we have airplanes. The next thing we want to do is get moving a little bit quicker, for one thing. And we're going to want to go in here. Now, I have a little plan I want to discuss. Once again, getting sidetracked. In the future, probably in about 10 years of game time, because in 1956 is when Roosevelt implemented in the United States the Highway Interstate Act, which carpeted the lands with freeways. And so at that point, somewhere in that range, 1956 and on, just to kind of role play it out, we're going to start putting in freeways. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And one of the ideas I have for a freeway is going to be straight up through here. And it's going to turn, basically it's going to go right along this track here. But what's going to happen is it's going to come through here and pass through here like this. And it's going to go up here. And it's actually going to cross over here. And it's going to come right through there, across this waterway. And it's going to skirt down through here and do maybe another little bit of a bridge here. And then it's going to swoop in here and probably go through to here. And then potentially what I actually might end up doing is just having it continue and replace this into a freeway like that. But the main part is obviously this part coming down into here and going into here. And my thought is somewhere, probably twice, you probably have an interchange here that comes into the residential, and you'd probably have an interchange over here for this end as well. So you'd have two interchanges going off this freeway into the city. And then what would also happen is you'd have the big airport out here somewhere out in here. And then you could have the freeway come through and have an interchange that gets people off there to go to the airport, like that. Okay. And then there might be another main road or whatever like that as well. So you don't have to get on the freeway to go from here. But anyway, there'd be a freeway that you could get onto to get to the airport. And what you would do is, as this city grows, because remember, this city hasn't grown at all. It hasn't gotten any goods. So this resident, it's going to grow really quite quickly out to this area, right? And so by the time you get to here, this would be the airport. So it wouldn't be that far out of town. And in many cases, in many cities, the airport's always right out around the exterior of it anyway. So this isn't unreasonable to have to do this, right? So that means if we're doing that, that what we could do is perhaps put the small airport this way, like this. And it'll do serve a couple things. Obviously, we want the airport in here, but it will also kind of restrict the growth so that obviously it's going to grow in and around it some, but it will restrict it and make it start to grow this way towards where the eventual big airport will be. So what we do is we just put this guy in here, and I'm thinking something like this is good. And I like the idea of putting it right, kind of like right on the beach, just right at the edge. Boom, like that. And what I'm going to do is we'll go like this, and I'm going to go like this and grab that level. Like that, and come around like that. And then I'm going to smooth that out. And that way the area in and around the airport is nice and level. Like that. And then the next thing I'm going to do is delete this road. I'm also going to delete that one because it wasn't straight. And I'm going to go like this, and that's not straight either. It's close, but it's not quite there. To the untrained eye, perhaps they thought it was straight, but it's not. That's probably as close as I'm going to get it coming on a curve. I think that's actually really close. And I'm wondering, is this actually straight? If I go straight through here, does this actually go through? It does. Is that straight? It is straight. Wow, I lined that up perfect, didn't I? The only thing is it's just... Actually, that's the connector, isn't it? There, yeah. What I'm actually going to do is from here is turn it into, once again, this one here. And so that way... God, that looks good. In fact, let's just keep that going all the way down here, just for the hell of it. And like this, and lock those in like that. So it will be able to continue to grow out this way a little bit, like this. But eventually it'll come to this and be locked, and that'll be fine. Just like that. So there's another airport. Now what we're going to have to do in here is also put in yet another bus stop like this. And I actually think I have a room for the longer one in here because I haven't put it as close to the road. And we'll just go like that. Just like that. And we can just add a little bit of smoothing in there. Good to go. Like that. And then we have... I think I'm going to just come from the central part of town. I'm going to have to improve the bus services and that. And also, I have this here. I'm going to have to... This actually is probably going to move. The train station's probably going to move and be edited a little bit. Have it come forward just a bit. So that it comes into a location... somewhere in here. I don't know if I kind of tempted to put the station like this and just have it do a sharp turn into that. Something crazy. But what I'll probably end up doing is just not doing that. I'll probably just move it up here so that a road can come along here, hit the train station, and then hit this together. like that. And then we'll be able to set up ferry lines across the way like that. And yeah, so that's good. So this will be the, for right now, I'm just going to do one line, nice and easy. And it's going to go from here to there. And that nice light blue again. And this is going to be a bus. And it's going to be Delhi Central to airport, like that. And once again, I do believe I am without bus station, like that. So let's just go ahead and throw him in. Oh, I don't know. Let's put him in here. Why not? Could grab a couple for now. Should be tons, I would think. If not, we can buy more. Alright, sorry, that was absolutely me humming. What is that? This Simpsons? I haven't watched The Simpsons in probably 20 years. Over here, the plan is for an airport is I'm going to put it right along this road. And then this is the one airport that we're building now that will actually be replaced and basically, quote unquote, upgraded into the international airport. Or the large airport, or whatever we're going to call it in here. So I'll just delete this and put in a big airport eventually. And then what the goal is that the industrial would grow down this coast here. The commercial would grow around the big airport. And then the residential would grow down here. And one thought I had was I was thinking about maybe doing a little bit of land manipulation here and here. I don't know why I'm doing like this. Just a little bit of land manipulation in here and a little bit in here to make it fairly close. Not super close, not much closer than this, but really just create some land in here that's a little bit more substantial and some land in here that's a bit more substantial. And then have a bridge that would come down somewhere and cross over and see if we can't get some residential from Beerland to actually grow across into this area. So basically what would happen is the industrial, if you look at it like this, the industrial is here. We could even delete some of this here and make this the line of industrial, and then the residential has to grow this way. Commercial we could push down a bit this way. And then basically have the residential trapped right here, forced down into this area, and then potentially force it across the strait. And then the commercial would, of course, go around the airport, like I said, and industrial down there. So I thought that would look kind of cool. But anyway, we got to get going here if we're going to get some planes flying. So we're going to go ahead and slap this guy in here like this, like I said. And we'll make it just so. And let's go ahead and smooth that around the outside some. Just like that. Then we will grab yet another one of these. And I think I'm just going to continue this theme like that. I was thinking about putting it on the beach across the way, but this is actually, I like this so much better, so. We'll go like that. And then it's just going to be yet another new line from there to there. Get that nice sky blue. And one. Oh, shoot. I just went ahead and deleted it. There. And this is, again, going to be bus. And it's going to be Beer Central to airport. And come up here, and we'll grab a couple of these and go like that. Just like that. Come on here. And also, you know what I need to do? I don't think I've ever done this, but it hasn't been a need to at this point because the city hasn't been growing. I just want to make sure that this stays as is. All the way out of town like that. I don't mind if this of course turns into residential to here and then it grows, or commercial I should say, and the commercial goes to here and then around like that. But okay, so we have 3 airports all connected to central bus lines, and it's time to go ahead and make some airlines. So we'll go ahead and do 3 lines, no problem. So we'll go from there in Beerland to here in Henduniapolis, and nice dark blue maybe. Who the heck knows? It's good enough. And that is going to be, now this is one, my nomenclature, I'm actually very soon going to put out a video tutorial on my nomenclature. Which, I mean, I guess if you're watching the series, you're probably pretty familiar with it anyway, but just so people can watch it and take notes and understand it clearly. I actually don't know exactly what I'm going to call. If I ever do freight in the air, it's going to be AFT, air freight, just like we have boat freight and regular freight for trains. But I don't know what I'm going to call passenger trains. There's PAX is for trains, but airlines, like passenger airplane, like PAP, passenger airplane, versus passenger express, which is the trains. Or passenger plane, PPL. Yeah, maybe that, passenger plane. Passenger plane like that. I don't mind that. That's going to be a beer land to Henduniapolis. And then we need another new line going from there to there. And again, I like the idea of let's go look at that dark purple. I haven't allowed myself to get coordinated with colors because there's just so many different kinds of lines and the colors start to run out. So this is passenger plane, and that is Henduniapolis to Dediopolis. And then finally, oh, you know what I just realized? What's that line look like? Oh, okay, that's not bad. It's coming in. It's coming in here, and then taking off. Yeah, it looks like it's actually pretty good. Okay, that's fine. And then finally, one more new line, going from there up to there. And another fantastic color. Beautiful. And this is also going to be passenger plane. And this is going to be Dediopolis to Beer Land. Just like that. Now, all we gotta do, plus I keep forgetting that I want to do this as well. Now all we gotta do is, I'm actually gonna speed up game just a little bit more. And we are going to go in here and start buying some planes. So buy a vehicle, and we're going passenger. And we have the Bristol Freighter. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pause it until we get these going. The Bristol Freighter or the Douglas? Douglas and the Douglas. The Douglas has a higher capacity. Oh, but this Bristol Freighter also carries freight. Okay. So basically there was the original Douglas, and then it's been upgraded to have 50% more capacity. Actually, less emissions. It's way, way heavier. It's got like almost 3 times the thrust. So it's going to get up to speed quicker and have a overall higher top speed. There's some really kind of cool planes that we didn't get to. It's too bad we didn't get airports down sooner. That's my fault. We could have got some of these little guys going. I suppose I could put them in now, but... yeah. Junkers. They're actually kind of cool looking too. You know what? Screw it. I kind of want to get this Junkers in the air. I'm going to go ahead and buy one of these. We're going to stick it on the Beerland to Indianapolis. And then I'm going to go ahead and buy... actually, you know what I'll do? Okay, this is what I'm going to do. We're going to go like this, and we'll buy another one of those here and stick it on the... Beerland to Indianapolis as well. So there's one starting at each direction on that line. And then in here, I want to buy this flashy Douglas guy here. So we're going to buy one of those. And that's going to go to Dediopolis. And then we're going to come over to Dediopolis. And we're going to buy one of those here. And we're going to stick that on the Hindu line. And finally, on what's probably the shortest route, we're going to buy the best plane. We'll buy one of these better ones here. And we'll stick that on the Beerland line. And then finally, we'll come over here to Beerland and buy one of those good ones here to go to Dediopolis line. And so now we have 2 planes on each of the 3 lines, 3 different kinds of planes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right in here. Actually, you know what? First thing I'm going to do is turn all of this stuff off. Because I want to see it real pretty like. We're going to have this guy come out. Actually, I'm going to have regular speed and see how that looks like. So you can see we got the 2 different guys coming out of here. We're going to look at this guy here. Real nice. This is such a nice looking plane. I don't know. I just wanted to get it. It's like such a cool looking plane. I didn't want to skip over to the big stuff back there. I wanted to see all the stuff that the game offered, or at least some of it, right? Ding ding. Looking real nice. Let's bring up our info here. Actually, you know what we could do? We could go like this, and then I could go like this. And this way, go like this, and then we don't have to have the window up. To see the speed. Whew, baby, that's hot. That is sexy. Right there, heading over the city. I'm assuming it's going to level off here eventually and get up to speed. And of course we get an autosave. Why wouldn't we? Not sure what... Oh, there's the other plane there. Over there, right in the center of the screen right there. Heading over to Dediapolis. God, the map looks so nice when you take off all the user interface stuff and you start looking at the cities and the stuff. Actually, what I'm going to do... Can I... Is there a way to increase the speed? I want to have the faster speed up. In fact, you know what? Let's go really fast. Is this thing ever going to get to elevation? There we go. Because what I'd like to do is get here. It's cruising, and then I want to come back to this. Coming over Rangerton. Oh, we got another one flying through here. Rangerton's looking real nice, by the way. Real nice. Whew. Looking good. Look at that. Oh my. Oh, you know what? That's not Rangerton. That's the plastic factory. That's actually Rangerton's over here. That's Rangerton. This is I got turned around there. That's Kinchotaki. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed-o. Yeah, that's Rangerton out there. Joshland in the distance. And we're coming in to Henduniapolis. So we got up to speed for quite a good while, actually, to 200 kilometers an hour. Look at that shot down into the bay. The ships going by. You know what I'm curious about? I'm going to speed things up again really fast because I'm curious about what we get paid for any of this. Do we actually have any passengers anywhere yet? I want to see if we can get some pay. Shoot, I got this stuff off. I'm like, there's got to be some people around that will pay us. Okay, there is. Okay, so what's this guy got on him here? He's got 5. What are we getting over here? This guy's got 1. He's dropping off none. It's not even a ton of... Ooh, new stuff. New trucks. Another new train we can take a look at soon. Very nice. Very nice. This guy's got 1 dude. None. It's depressing. Did he get anybody? 1. So they're just getting up. Where's the one that had 5? There's the one that had 5. Oh yeah, this is a nice looking plane too. Really nice looking plane. I'm on full speed. I wanted to end this episode at 45 minutes. We're at 46. I wanted to get this. I wanted to see what we get paid. You know what? We'll start next episode with the landing of this aircraft, and we'll see how much we make. Because I want to get out of here and let you guys go at, I guess, 46 minutes this time. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this. A little bit more chill. Got some planes going. Really nice. Heading in here over top of Shepland. Gotta love those nice tall buildings we're getting now. Got those harbors going. Good stuff. Look at this cruising speed. 331. Flying. Look at that. Heading. Oh, man. Right over top of Joshland. Looking real sharp. Alright. Do not forget, if you enjoyed, like the video. Helps me out a lot. We'll see you next time, folks. Bye-bye.